Hi everybody. It is cold today, but I just had to get out of the house. So I'm doing a little work on my walls project, and I thought I'd take you on a walk around the neighborhood, part of town where I live in Rothenburg, Germany. Hope you enjoy it. This is the northern wall. It's the tallest part of the town wall because this was the side of Rothenburg that they felt was most vulnerable to attack. And this little house has always intrigued me. I used to call it the hangman's house, but then I learned that it was not actually the official hangman's house, but look how it's built right into the wall. Those practical Germans using the wall as their back wall. Imagine a family of 13 living in there. This is actually the hangman's house. It's the hangman's tower, and this was the official home of the executioner. See, in medieval times, people were very suspicious. They didn't want the bad energy of the hangman to be around them, but they also wanted to protect the hangman because he was needed, he was important. So here's where the hangman and probably his wife and 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 kids would have lived. I just love this old barn. Probably about 400 years old. And down here, I always have to be careful when I drive by here because that's a bumper stone. Car tires don't like that very much. Neither did wagon wheels back in the day. See, what that does, it protects the building from a wagon getting too close to it. The wheel will bump against that, and the driver will know he's gotten too close. Here's another one of those houses built into the wall, although this one looks like it's been redone. See there? That's the rampart where the soldiers would walk. And here, what a great place for a garage. Another view of that barn I like so much, and the wall stretching off to the north and to the east. Now in the old days there would have been no opening here. This is made for people to go back and forth to the parking lot just outside. Look at this pretty doorway. See those square holes? I like to ask my guests, what are those? What do you think those are for? No one ever guesses the answer. Let's see if you can figure it out. I promise I'll tell you the answer at the end of this little piece. This is called the powder tower. So it was one of the towers where they kept the gunpowder. Gunpowder for the cannons and for the guns that they used to defend Rothenburg. And let's go up on the ramparts, see what the view looks like up there. Definitely have to watch your head. We are up on the wall now. This wall was built as early as 1330. It was enlarged several times. A view over the Schronenplatz. A view toward Church of St. Jacob with the Twin Towers, and back down through the Powder Tower, which I'm going to walk through now. I should probably wear softer soled shoes, huh? So as I walk along the ramparts, you might see some names on the wall flashing by. These are names of people who contributed to Rothenburg for the rebuilding of the city after the devastation of World War II. You could symbolically buy a meter of the wall and they'd put your name on it. You'll find names here from all over the world. Can you see how worn these sandstone stairs are? Can you imagine the thousands and thousands of footsteps that have created that over the centuries? Here's a tight little turn. That's my jacket rubbing up against the wall. I love the view, don't you? Rothenburg is so quiet. There are no tourists here. Germany remains on lockdown until at least April 20th. See how the clay shingles are held on? They're just laid across slats. They have this little lip that sticks out and that holds them on. If I were to push on this, see, that's loose. That's the way they've done it for hundreds of years. So parts of this will be used in my little film about Rothenburg's walls and towers. This is just, like I said, a little walk around my neighborhood. I'm taking this walk daily just to get out of the house during this time of self-isolation. The wall has always fascinated me. It fascinates a lot of people that come to Rothenburg, but I would guess that probably 90% of the 2.5 million tourists that visit Rothenburg every year never see it. They go to the market square, they hit the Christmas shop, they grab a bratwurst or a Schneeball, and then they get back on the tour bus and keep on rolling. They never know what they missed. So my job is to show you some of what other people miss. You know, a good friend of mine lives in the house that's coming up on the left. And I always joke with Peter that he should turn the round tower across from his house into his own man cave. Look at that. You see that? Towers are spaced about 150 meters or 300 and some feet apart. That's because that's how far a crossbowman could shoot. So maybe you're kind of getting the idea why I love living here so much. I mean, this place is history. I've always loved history ever since I was a kid. And this place is just one big history museum, but it's all real. Rothenburg's history goes back about 900 years or more. In fact, they have evidence of people living here 10,000 years ago. But the Rothenburg that you're seeing, Rothenburg I'm going to show you, goes back to the 12th century when there was a castle that was built here to so-called protect a nearby trade route. And a town grew up around the castle and the walls grew up around the town. I hope you enjoyed that little stroll around my neighborhood in Rothenburg. I'm going to sit here now, soak up some vitamin D, and take in the view. Be safe. Be well. We'll talk soon.